Welcome, everybody. The boys are back in town. This is Beard Advice Live. My name's Dan. This is the Mayor. Mayor, how you doing?
Doing great. Good evening. Good to be back in the saddle again.
Yeah, last week, and by the way, we do have some giveaways tonight by West Y. One of the recommendations would be Saddle Up, which is a fantastic leather scent, Sam C favorite.
So good.
It is. It really is. But if you guys don't know what we're kind of referring to, last week we had the Disney Springs Beard Meetup. I'm sure we're going to talk about it. It's our first time being together to talk about it because you had your Beyond Bearded to talk about it. I had my show to talk about it afterwards. But we'll be able to talk about our experiences here tonight. To begin with, though, guys, if you don't mind at this time, hit a thumbs up on the video. If you're on your phone, you got to hit the X in the top right-hand corner, hit the thumbs up, then hit live chat to come back in. If you're on a computer or anything else, just scroll down. You'll find it right there. That really does help us out. And if anybody wants to share this out, we do believe on this show, probably more than any other, we have an immediate impact on people's beard journey, their confidence, their really their life, and you guys are a big part of that. So if you don't mind sharing it on an Instagram story, a Facebook post, send some reminders out. That really does bring in new people, that grows the community, that grows the positive influence. So that is greatly, greatly appreciated. But we do have some traditions on this show, and the traditions have morphed and slightly changed, but we do have a classic back today. So, Mayor, what do we got for some traditions here?
All right, so we like to drink pop. Typically, we started with Mountain Dew. You're mentioning we are morphing, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're finding some new pop adventures. What are we trying today, Dan?
So today we are going with, courtesy of Mr. Shade, we are going with the Sundrop Cherry, which we have had on the channel. And we both loved it. Like, really, really loved it.
It's going to hit the horn on
The word that I would use to describe the Sundrop is refreshing.
Yeah.
Like, it is really refreshing, really enjoyable.
Quenching. Quenching.
Yeah, it is good. And then other than that, we like to eat different kinds of jerky. Beef jerky, chicken jerky, you name it. We like to eat it. And today we have one of our favorite local brands, and that would be the company known as Dearborn Sausages. And this is out of Dearborn, Michigan. And we discovered this through the mayor several years ago when he would go up north, right? He'd go up north, and he would get big he would hook us up with these big packages of like their spicy hunter sausage, which is really hard to find. I've never been able to find it. The mayor has only been able to in one place, but Dearborn does make other ones. And so this is their hot and spicy smoked sausages, which I think we've had once before.
Yeah, I think so too. And it was similar. But the other one just like is shaped differently. Maybe has a little bit different casing, I think. It doesn't matter. Dearborn is... It's like one of those brands like West Y where you know you're going to get something good.
Absolutely. And wishing well, man, we would love it. It would be an honor if you want to get some jerky out. I know that you do a lot of work with the meat and the smoked meat and grilling and all that stuff. If anybody has a local company to them and they want to bless the show and send something out, we would be more than honored to give it a try. So many of you in the chat have done that, and it's been kind of like we've been able to taste the country and the world. We've had stuff from Florida, Wisconsin, Louisiana, all over the country. So that would be amazing. Just reach out to us. We can get you guys an address if that's something you want to do. But I am really excited about these ones here. And hello to everybody in there. I know we saw so many amazing people that we had a chance to meet. Mikey was at the meetup at Disney Springs. We had Bearded Wolverine was at the meetup. I saw Russ in here who was at the meetup. It's so cool to kind of, again, put all these names together, and others that I've had the chance to meet, such as Mr. Healthy Beard. I still got to meet Sam and the family. They're in Michigan. Sam, we got to make that happen. We get to see Doug all the time. So proud of Doug. Eric with an A was at the meetup. Shade right here was the man that sent us these sun drops, and he's actually sending us these peach drinks.
Yeah, no, he reached out to me
you?
too, and I said, I've learned not to speak for you on food preferences, but he said you have got some candy, some peach candy.
Peach rings?
Yep.
Yeah, I love peach rings. So I am excited, and that's cool. Jeff, who we also get to hang out with and meet, I've known for a very long time, but the mayor's met recently, said his traditions have become his own. So, hey, let's throw that out in the chat, you guys. What snacks do you have tonight? What drinks do you have tonight? You got an adult beverage, a soft beverage, you got some jerky, maybe some candy. What you guys eating? What you sipping on out there? Absolutely.
So you mentioned the meetup. I know that I talked about it Sunday, you talked about it Monday, but I just have to say again, it's amazing how the vibe of this community just kind of jumped right into being in person and talking to people. I was blown away by just a nice guy. Like there wasn't anybody who had some, trying to push their agenda. They just talked to us like friends, and it was really, really such a cool experience.
It really was. And I'm going to talk about the meetup, but first, just 2 comments that I thought were perfect. Mo Texan said, you'll need a translator. What's this pop? Hey, I actually have a statement that proves that pop is the correct term. First off, I know you're from the South. Coke is just wrong. Coke is a brand. I know we have things like Kleenex, which is a brand that's kind of taken over. Coke cannot do that. Sorry. Just wrong. No way that that's right. But I do know people say soda, and I can see that because it's a soda pop. But here's the reason why that is incorrect. This is all in fun, you guys. I'm not being serious. But this is why this is incorrect. We have a product called chewing gum, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows chewing gum. That's the real name of it. No one ever asks for, hey, can I get a chewing? They say, can I get gum? Can I get a piece of gum? Can I get a stick of gum? Not a stick of chewing. Can I get a soda pop? All right, I'll take that. But if you want to shorten it, you got to shorten it to pop. So that's my pitch, and I'm sticking to it. If you said Coke, you're wrong. You cannot order a Mountain Dew Coke. That is absurd. Absolutely absurd.
I bet it's been done.
Oh, yes, it has everywhere in the South. Absolutely. Heather, no.
Yeah, but that's what
I've never had it before. How do you say that name?
Knee-high.
Knee-high? Okay. Yeah.
Knee-high to a pig's eye or something like that.
Okay, it sounds like Japanese to me. So.
Do you know corn growing knee-high by the 4th of July?
Oh, yeah. That one? I frequently. I've been to the Corn Festival in Auburn, Michigan. So
I've been by it.
Yeah, you have to. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? Awesome. And a little birdie told me that hopefully we'll be able to see Rebecca. Again, a little birdie told me maybe the mayor and I might be going out towards Connecticut, in the near future-ish, We won't be giving any details for a few reasons, but yes, we will be going out there. Hey, Mayor, good question. I'm going to double part you this one. I would like you to answer it and then tell people where they could hear more about stuff like your styling head hair.
All right, so it says, hey, Mayor, what do you use to style your hair? Do you go with hair products like pomade from beard companies? I do. I use the Beard Octane pomade. It's like basically pomade is a fancy word for gel, essentially. I use that one. I tend to use a lot of like sculpting and things like that. But this front part to get that going is definitely like a pomade or a gel. Even Gotta Be Glued is one you can get on Amazon. We use that for the kids and stuff like that.
We do too. Awful. Like the worst ingredients on the planet. But luckily, head hair grows so fast. At that age, you're not doing damage to it, but you're likely hurting your hair in the end run, especially for men. But we use it too. But yeah, the glue, Gotta Be Glue stuff. Just take a look and look up some of the ingredients. Hilarious.
Because you know what's worse than those products in your hair? Your 13-year-old who won't leave the house because his hair doesn't look that.
Absolutely. That's not worth the battle.
Mine is doing the in your.
Yeah. I hear you.
His mom loves it. No, she doesn't.
And hey, we have members for 4 months now. That is so cool. If you guys have been members and it's renewing on the month, make sure you get your free green super chat in. We got Alley Cat said 3 months but 5 years. Love you guys. Hey man, thank you so much. And then I thought I said 4 months. Is it 3? Yeah, it's 4 months. That's wild. Moose Hike says 3 months. It's telling us 4, so you guys are selling yourself short, but 3 sounds more accurate. Thank you, Moose. I appreciate it, man. Absolutely. Did you tell the people where they can learn more about your hair and all that?
On Sundays, we're gonna, I have a show, a live stream called Beyond Bearded. We do, anything I kind of want to that I would think would pertain to style, taking care of yourself, confidence, all that. This week we're doing. I'm gonna do a little bit with body language and how to send that best possible message with how you act and stand. And this is something that I have learned a lot about recently, a lot from you. I was
about to say, you better come proper with it because that's an obsession of mine. I literally study speeches, I study mannerisms, body language, and I actually taught it for several years at Oakland University. You know that?
No.
Fun fact. Yeah, 3 years in a row. Pre-COVID, once COVID started, they stopped the class that I was teaching and no longer have called me back. So I hope it comes back again. It was one of my favorite things. It was for education students, and it was a class on public speaking, interview skills, and resume building. So I hope that comes back. Hey, what's up, Crazy? Crazy J says, do you have any videos on the wild hairs at the bottom of the jaw that tickles my earlobes? I do, man. Please send me a message on Instagram or email. I have both in the description of the video, or really any video. Dan_command@yahoo.com or just Dancy Bearded on Instagram. I would be happy to send you some links. And he said, new to the channel, Rob Ackert. Man, thank you. I appreciate Straight Bearded out there. If Rob's watching, if not, tell him I said I appreciate the recommendation. Rob's a great guy. Another person I got to meet at a beard meetup, not this year, but in previous years as it went through. How do you become a member? Daniel, thank you for asking. To become a member, it is decently simple unless you're on an iPhone. So if you're on an iPhone, they try to make it difficult for you. If you're on an Android or on a computer, right next to where it says subscribe, there will be a box that says join. Click that. It's $4.99. You can renew every month if you would like. You can get rid of it if you would like. And essentially what it does is it supports the channel. You guys know, in 2 months doing this full time, that's one of the easiest, best ways to just say thank you and continue the free content that I've put out for 4 years now. So that's all it is. You guys get your name in green in the chat. You get those free super chats every month. And you also get a logo next to your name that changes colors for the longer you've been. And you get some special emojis that come with it, which all of those I know are very small things, but it's really just about support. If you're on an iPhone though, you can go to the browser and request desktop version, or just find a computer is likely the easiest way as it goes through. So, and hey man, tons of great comments, guys, and we're just kind of flowing and going with it. So if we missed it, as always, genuinely, we're not skipping you whatsoever. It's just, if you guys could see this side of things, it's wild over here. But Gerard says, just watch the video today. Or Jared, oh my gosh. And I don't understand how water makes your beard bigger. It just weighs mine down and makes it smaller. My beard was probably like dry, and then that water gave it some fluff action, you know, and brought it bigger. I'm not exactly sure on that, but my beard did get huge in the video today. What's up, OG Fitzroy? All right, hey, who we got here? We got Jason giving that 3 month in there. Thank you. We got Scott. To clear it up, when your card is charged, you're paying for your 4th month, but you've been a member. Oh, okay, Scott, that makes sense. So you're stepping into your 4th month. Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate it. Woohoo! What's up, Phil? Mike says, been a member from the start. Very cool. Wolverine, member from the start as well. Robert Allen, thank you guys. That'll be pretty cool, I will say. Thank you, Mikey. Hey, Mark Brown in there as well. Thank you, guys. I will say, once we get way down the road, let's say it's like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you're a member since the beginning, that will look really cool. And I do have to say, the mayor and I have dabbled in conversations about this. Nothing serious, no real deal planning involved. But YouTube announced this week that they are hoping to set up the feature of NFTs with memberships. So an NFT is something online that is a non-fungible token, right? And it is essentially you own a piece of art, you own something digital that cannot be just screenshotted, that cannot be replaced. I know a lot of you are like, that sounds crazy to me, I don't understand it. But a lot of people said, why would you buy a cardboard trading card that has a picture on it? That's crazy. And now they're going, the Pokemon card just sold for $5 million, right? So it's going to be in the future, and they want to offer that. And how would it be different than having your own custom emojis like you guys do as members? They will give the option of you owning that NFT and then being able to sell it, and it'll have a certain number of rarity to it. And so it's a lot to go into right now. I know this is not the show for it, but I think that's super exciting and something that I would love to pursue down the road. And hey, Mark Brown, thank you, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Really, really cool. Yep, exactly, like a crypto NFT, exactly. And it would be something that's like built in with a membership for however many memberships. So I think it'd be cool. Mayor, how's the Dearborn?
You're gonna be happy.
Is it good?
So good.
Is it better than Duke's? The same as Duke's?
Better than Duke's.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's got just a little bit. It's more homemade feel because some of them are spicier than others. You know, it's not as like a balance.
Yeah.
But that's the fun of it.
That is fun. Hey, Rob. Hey, somebody popped in earlier and said that you recommended him to the channel. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot to me. But yeah, guys, the meetup was awesome. It really is. Like, the way we interact here, the way you guys comment, the way you guys post on our Facebook group, the way we talk on Instagram, it it takes away that barrier. Like, I've never thought about it like, oh, I'm going to meet somebody from the internet, or I'm going to meet a stranger. Like, it's like, oh, I'm going to meet Rob, who I've known for years now. We just are going to physically, like, I don't even think about it like that. I'm just like, I'm going to see Rob. I'm going to see whoever it may be, you know. I'm going to meet Bomba Beard. Like, to me, it's just seamless. It's not even a thought I know some people get nervous and worried, but I was just super excited, and the conversation didn't stop. Like, it just kept going and going and going, and we talked about everything. It wasn't just beards, and we got to meet families and stuff. Man, it was really, really cool. Really cool. And yeah, absolutely, Philip, no problem, man. If you guys ever reach out on Instagram, we are both heavily invested on that. We respond to everybody. We are happy to answer any questions or even just have some conversations. Just saying, Dan, it looks trimmed and glorious. Hey, thank you, Sarah. I did trim approximately 3 hours ago. Video will come out on Wednesday. So 1 week from today, I will have a new trim video out. So thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, X-Ray Freak was there as well. You're so genuine and nice. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that was awesome. You were great. Hopefully the girlfriend can make it next year. That would be really cool as well. Wolverine was there. It just felt like home. Exactly. Got to meet his wife and friends.
Perfect weather. It was almost like out of body. Like, it was like beautiful. 78 degrees, little breeze, beautiful.
We were in the shade. Mm-hmm. It could not have been better. That spot is perfect for a meetup. Mm-hmm. It's free. There's no concerns with anything. Groups kept coming by and people kept stopping us like, is this a beard convention? Is this a beard group?
Did they say that to you?
Oh, people in the chat that were at the meetup, throw a line about what people were saying. Yeah, they kept coming. I think everybody directed them to me. They're like, talk to him. And it was so weird because I had to answer. And I'm like, well, kind of. Like, not to sound like, pardon my language, but like, not to sound like a bad dude. I'm like, well, I have a YouTube channel, and like, we all met through the YouTube channel. I like tried to find the best way to say it, and I didn't come up with too much.
With Eric at the A, you can't bring that stuff up. Now, shout
out to JT.
What was new for me was doing this, what we do, in front of anybody. You know, that was a different feel for me.
Oh, for the show?
Yeah. I mean, people weren't like on top of us or anything, but there were people walking by, and you know, we had our group. It was a different, you know, doesn't really phase much because you know, you and I talked about this from the beginning. As I learned, you go into the zone, and you're like, I don't know where exactly we are, but when you get into the show and you're kind of watching yourself, you're just somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
And I just went somewhere else. Anyways, like, I kind of knew people were around, but not so much.
Yeah. No, it's
kind of a cool feeling.
I've had like years of doing it at Disney with the meetup. I've had years of doing Command's Corner at Disney with just literally hundreds of people walking behind me trying to see what I'm doing. And I kind of talked to the mayor about this beforehand. And one of the coolest things is I am so proud of how legit this channel is. If anybody were to question it, anybody were to like look it up, they would be like, oh, wow, this is really impressive. So for me, that was really cool. Yeah, you had a group. I had people asking me to take my picture too.
Maybe he really is the mayor.
Right. Dan, what about the dude on the bench? That's true. So when we get there was a dude on the bench who had a really nice beard, and at the time it was like Bradley was there, and X-Ray, and Josh, and a few other people were there, and I was like, I went up to him because usually I'm like the common denominator, right? They know me, but maybe they don't know what everybody else looks like. And so I went up to him. I was like, hey, man, you here for the meetup? He was like, no, but I was wondering what's going on. So I gave him my card. I was like, you got a great beard, man. Feel free to join us. So that was a good one. Yeah, the guy on the bench. And the group of older ladies calling us was funny. That was. Yeah, there were some cougars that were catcalling us. They're giving some whistles and some different things.
That's just day to day.
That's normal?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm completely joking.
What's up, Bobby? What's going on, man? Anyone ever wonder what product's famous? I do. No, so I'll be honest. I wonder, when I see a celebrity with a big beard, I wonder, have they watched the channel? Like, I just really wonder that. Because if you search anything beard-related, there's a decent chance that they're going to find. It's not guaranteed, but there's a chance that they're going to find the channel. That would be really cool. So,
you know, but are they too big to do their own stuff? Do they have a stylist? Do they have a person? When they're real big with a beard, I would assume they have somebody else who makes all those decisions and things.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person.
True.
There's so many random ones, right? I'm now good buddies with the original lead guitarist of Florida Georgia Line. We've literally met up for vacations together with families. We're meeting up this summer again, and he's massive. He's a music producer in Nashville, and it's from the channel, and him just saying thank you. We had another. It was it Slayer, right? Who came in a live stream. We had one of the members of Slayer that was in here. So you never know. It's pretty crazy with that stuff. A lot of people, especially successful people, like to do those things themselves. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, how about we get this party started, you guys? This is Beard Advice Live. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. And it is the 6th of April, which is absurd. We are about 9.5 weeks out from the end of the school year.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yep, about 9.5 weeks
How about
out.
9.5 weeks out from the end of the school career?
Yeah, that's wild. Absolutely wild. Wild, wild, wild.
But you're going out on top.
True. You guys got so many good comments out there. Cody Jinks, yep. Chris Daughtry did work with Beard Brand, so we know he did. He's growing a great beard now. I made a video and he was on my not great beards list, so.
It's come a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. A friend of mine who owns a holster company now has a beard care line. Oh, very cool, Gary. Thank you, man. It was cool seeing you in Clover's stream earlier today as well. So thank you. Hey, Alan, welcome back, man. Appreciate you. All right. Next thing on the list is we do have some giveaways tonight. I believe they are in the chat right now, so shout out to West Y. They essentially said, hey, we want to do some regular giving back to the community. If you ever have anything in mind, just let us know, keep us in mind. And we were like, hey, what about tonight? Let's see what we can do. So tonight we're going to give away a couple of combos from West Y. It's called their twinning combos. It's an oil and butter or an oil and balm, and it's your choice of scent. We have things like Saddle Up in the picture. We also have things like the Shadona is still around. He's got a couple of those. And just a reminder, you guys, always Dan C10 is worth 10% off West Y. One thing is that he's not in town right now, so if you get this free win, it's not going to be shipped out until early next week, which is a free win. Like, nobody should ever complain or worry about that. And West Y will reach out to you in email, so keep that in mind. Here is the link to sign up for those giveaways. They'll be coming throughout the show. Of course, the last one is at the very end of the night. So, West Y, if you're still in here, thank you so much. And I did share the winner's document with you, Zach, who is the owner. So please make sure you check that out and contact those winners when you get the chance to. Rob, you have not tried that. Man, that's from your neck of the woods, too,
yeah.
dude. They're from the Carolinas.
I would say West Y is absolutely a must-try brand.
It's so good. I have in sun drop it. Hey, question for the chat. What do you guys have in beard? I put in sun drop and oil. Literally, that's what I have in right now. What about you, man?
I have something from Whiskey and Hardtack. Something.
I got you. I smell.
I'm always mysterious. I not intentionally, but truthfully, a little something from Whiskey and Hardtack.
Okay. All right. Hey, thank you, West Y. So, guys, check that out. Amazing company, even better owner, awesome scents, awesome carrier blend. So many good things that's on here. Absolutely. One thing I've always wondered, do people who have their own beard products buy from other companies? Yes, Gary, it's at least in this small batch community, it's very common for company owners to support each other, to even like trade their products, to buy their products. So yeah, I would say that is a very, very common thing that happens. Absolutely. And still to this day, where'd this go? Still to this day, as Brad said here, already planned Noel for tomorrow. My favorite scent from West Y. Spoiler, when it comes back seasonally, we will be launching it on this channel. I absolutely love it. It was one of 3 oils I brought on vacation with me.
You know, Doug said he loves it too. I've never even smelled it or tried it.
Wow.
I just kind of missed that. It was seasonal, right? It came out.
It was seasonal,
okay.
Yes. And a little birdie told me to let West Y know if the mayor, and this is a true story, to let West Y know if the mayor needs anything. So note that down and then get back to me. What's up, Bradley? I see that name change out there. Nice, man. Yeah, that was funny when we had that guy on the bench there. Okay, let's get this party started, everybody. And as long as time is permitting, I do have a slide in there for like questions. We do have a chance to be able to talk and go over stuff. You guys are amazing. We could do this on. Actually, the mayor said that beforehand, what'd you text me about tonight's show?
I said we have. It's been 2 weeks. We have so much to talk about. We wouldn't even need submissions this week. We could just roll with just talking, chatting, catching up, dreaming, celebrating. You know, we've had a few minor successes. Just going to the meetup, just being able to have something like that, and have just one, let alone as many as we had come out and hang out with us, like friends.
Yeah,
is a success.
Yeah,
and it feels good.
We'll have to do that. We'll write it down. We're going to make a time where we just do a hangout stream. You and I, the people, maybe bring on some guests and stuff. Let's try to do that soon.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, Double G. Yes, I do have several. Please message me. I will send you links and discounts to them. I have 2 that come to mind immediately that I absolutely love. Noel Patrick is a good, solid, like invigorating mint pine scent. There's so many good things in that one. Absolutely love it. So yes. Okay. How much longer are we going live for? I keep forgetting. To send in tonight, it is too late. But if you send in, we will be live next week. So we can't add them on the fly. We set up the show. We have like beautiful teamwork. Mayor gets it started sometimes. I get it started. Then we chip in there, get it updated as we go through. So just send in and we'll get you on the next week's show. So we can't do it for tonight though. But yeah, real quick, let me put it down at the bottom while the mayor explains. Mayor, for somebody like True Mamba that wants to get involved on the show next week, what would be the way that they get involved?
So we're going to ask you to just give us a brief description, maybe bullet points, something we can use. We usually just take your text and put it right onto the show. So whatever you want us to say is what you're going to put down there. And we need just a front picture of your beard, a side picture, and then anything specific that you're asking us about. If you had like an area targeting like a dent or whatever, show us that as well. And we don't always put every picture on, but we do usually get every submission on and find something, you know, that we can share. Because one of the best parts about this show is for every guy that sends in, there's maybe 5, maybe 10 of you guys out there that are benefiting from something that we say or do.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Double G, I'm sticking with that now forever. Write it down. I'm glad that you liked that. That is really cool. And welcome in. What's up, good old country boy? I hope you stay and hang out here. All right. Let's go ahead and check our first advice that we have for the night.
All right. It's a speed. Just shaped it out to the best of my ability. Did a blow up and just shaped out a little with a small dollop of Beard Mac butter. Yum. Any pointers for the future are certainly appreciated. P.S. I swear I'm not as serious as I look in these pictures.
And also, guys, by the way, this Dearborn is hot.
Am I right?
It's hot.
You catch
This one got me.
Yeah, it sneaks up on you. It's
Like
it's
some of
a
them,
homemade product. It feels much more homemade. The balance is there, but you get it like the same stick. You might get a little bit more heat on one than the other.
That's hot. What up, G? All right, let's see what Speed's got working with here. Awesome, man. All right, and sorry, I was thinking about the heat on this one. But hey, love the shape, love the stash. But let's go ahead and hit back here. Just did a little shape, Beard Max. Okay, so what is any
just
pointers
kind of general
for the future?
pointers?
All right, yeah, go ahead, hit them, man.
You know, I had a hard time looking at anything that you really are doing wrong. You're obviously a stronger grow in the chin area, but you've really with that mustache really truly brought that out and kind of created your own like super unique, super classic. Like somebody's gonna see you, so you know, out and about in the world, and they're gonna be like, "That's a great look." Genuinely, I would say for this one, keep growing. I think a little bit of length might be great, but it looks amazing as it is. This is like an example of somebody who's doing their thing just right.
Yeah, absolutely. Vado, thank you for the reminder. I'll be honest, I did know that because he said it on Monday, but I completely forgot. So thank you. What's up, Mr. Dragon? I do appreciate that. Okay. And hey, look at all this. Everybody's saying cool style, love the style, balanced. I agree. Only thing I would say is, hey, man, keep going for this handlebar. I don't know if it's by choice or if it's just by nature, but it looks like you don't have the great like connecting areas between the mustache and the beard. And one way to combat that is to embrace that handlebar and really drive that style home, rather than try to like cover up any gaps or anything that's in there with that natural style that you have. Just embrace it and go full force with it, man. I really, really like it. And yeah, you got the density, you got the coverage on the beard portion. let's keep growing that beard and make sure we're getting some volume and doing a little bit of like a mini blowout to give it nice, great balance on there. But I like everyone. I hope you're reading these comments, man. Everybody's saying I like the look from Angus. Looks awesome, unique. I agree with the unique part there. I like that. Looks great from Daniel. So yeah, it is awesome.
So not a ton of advice. I should learn not to talk with my muffle. Not a ton of advice on this one, but a great example. And we always like to get anybody's image on there that maybe gives you an idea out there about what could you do differently. Would a mustache, would a handlebar change your look, and would you maybe want to try it?
For sure, and I think this is a good example. We built this show on not being a flex show. I foresaw people trying to get on just to get applause, just to get positive feedback, and Speed was not doing that. He wanted pointers. He seems like he's new to really dialing in his style, taking care of the beard, and taking the next level. If that's your case and you're like, I just really don't know if I'm on the right track, or maybe they see something I don't, send in. We want you on here when you have questions and true, genuine, like good intention. So, man, looks really nice. Keep it going, and welcome everybody. Hey, Nick. Hey, the Bearded Pack, like the nice logo there. So welcome. Awesome. He looks like the mask from V for Vendetta. That's awesome. Very cool. All right. Thank you, Speed.
All right, this is Ross. We have a Ross and a Russ tonight.
Nice.
Going to be, and I thought this is the first time we ever had this one. Going to be Santa Claus this year. So working on beard and hair, using Christmas Chronicle Santa look, making it my own.
Cool.
I know I'm not Russell. Just wanted some beard advice because I'm letting it grow like the feel of it. I already do the oils and butter routine, but been watching your videos and following them. So I took it as, hey, if his goal is by December to have the most Santa look, what do we advise he does at the time besides just grow?
Awesome. Hey, Ross looks great. You actually have a super similar beard to Russ, which is wild.
Yeah.
You and Russ have very similar beards. You got longer head hair here. Okay. So he wants the most Santa-esque beard. So Ross, two things that I would say to consider. One is let's start getting a heat routine and really dialing in that style of the beard just to give it a little bit more of a like uniform texture and a uniform shape to it. As of right now, I'm not going to recommend any trimming because you want to be the most Santa-like, and I think we can dial in some things with styling before we have to go to any trimming because, we think of Santa, we want as big a beard as possible. So no trimming yet, but really working on dialing that styling in. And then the only other thing I would say is once it starts to get closer to Christmas, once it starts to get closer to Santa time, we want to start to explore some options for the safest way to get that beard fully white, right? The front is straight up looking nice and Santa white. We do have some darker spots on the sides there. So there are some spray-on options, some washout options that we can look for once that time comes, but nothing to super worry about right now.
Yeah, I would say when you talked about texture and overall, texture is going to be big. I think messing with a little bit of heat, if that's something you're into, building up the volume, the size, getting that, that's going to be our game. But it's all. I wouldn't take anything away until the last minute when you had to.
Yep.
As you're looking at getting the best Santa beard, it's going to be about kind of growing, and then whenever your job starts, I would assume after Thanksgiving, you would probably then look at shaping a little bit, and again, building the volume out. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree.
Pretty much, you could already pull it off right now.
Right, absolutely. Blowout beard. Oliver says Santa style, I think really bushy. Big volume. Getting that beard big. I agree with you there. And Jeff brings up a great point. Highly recommend Christmas seasonal scent. Kid, especially if you're doing like the lap thing, kid sits on your lap, you probably should have some what a kid would think the North Pole smells like, what a kid thinks Santa smells like, which is Christmas. So that would be really cool. That's a great suggestion on that one. And, I like that, Patrick. Good call, man. He said, looks like the Santa from the original Christmas Carol, for sure. Blowout beard on the sides? Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So cool. Only thing that we require for giving you this free advice is please make sure when it is time for Santa, we get some follow-up pictures of you as Santa.
Yes, please.
We would love to show those and highlight those on the show as an update. That would be really, really cool. And I saw ABB said that he might do Santa for his church. You definitely have the beard for it, sir, but I know you got some darker color in there too. We'd have to find that as safe as possible kind of temporary coloring, I guess we could call it.
Is there something out there that you could do that with?
There is. It's not the greatest option in the world, but they do have some stuff you could spray on and then shower out that night.
Okay.
So, yep. Some guys, a lot of Santa guys, unfortunately, go full force. They dye and they bleach and dye their beard, and then after Christmas, they shave it and start it again. So it's an every year process. Dye, shave, grow. Dye, shave, grow, and they just keep going through that process over and over again. And hey, if that's what your purpose is and you like that journey, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. You pretty much continuously have a beard. You're just restarting it once a year. So I respect that. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Boom.
Oh! Giveaway time, you guys. And this is just to say thank you for being here. This is just giving back. Also, hoping that you guys get to try an absolutely amazing company. Great values, great products, great ownership. Absolutely fantastic. If you guys have tried West Y and you've got any comments you want to leave for viewers right now, throw a comment out there for us. Maybe your experience with the scents, the products, the customer service, anything out there would be great. Dan, what are the safest ways to temporarily color your beard? My wife begs me. So Gerard, they actually sell a couple things on Amazon. It's like spray-on hair dye, and it's usually intended for kids to do at like homecoming games and stuff like that. Those are pretty solid options. It's not, like I said, it's not good for your beard, but it's not going to kill it. It's not going to damage it, especially if you shower it out and rinse it out that night. So just look for some on Amazon, like safe hair dye, temporary dye, stuff like that should do pretty good for you there. All right. How's their butter? Absolutely amazing. It is soft. It is smooth. It is wonderful. Have you had their butter before?
Yeah. Smooth like butter.
Yep. It really is.
Smooth like butter.
All right. So for the giveaway, you guys, I'll put the link in the chat one more time. Please sign up with your name, your email address, and then you just need to be here. If you enter, you'll be entered in all the giveaways tonight, all the way to the end. If you see your name on the screen, just leave a comment claiming your victory as quickly as you can, and a little bit of patience. If you missed it earlier on the screen there, it says West Y will reach out to the winner's email, but they're not in town right now, so it won't be till early next week. But just think about what scent you're gonna get. Think about if you want balm or butter, and you get that combo out there, which is awesome. And Mark, thank you for that super chat earlier. I don't know if I got caught up and lost in saying thank you. You said just because you love us, thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Awesome. All right. Oh, yeah, Brian's had a good post on this. Colored hair wax on Amazon washes right out. Thank you, Brian. That's a great tip. If you guys want to search for that, I do remember you saying that one. And Brian's gone pretty wild with his colors.
He has.
He's had blue, I remember. Yeah. Yep. So.
And hats.
Hats. What day is he
his
on?
hats. I think 16.
I was gonna say last I saw was 16, but it might be farther than that now.
He has a lot of hats.
Yeah, he does.
He's gone beyond bearded with the hats. But that's the beauty of our Facebook group.
Yep.
You know, we'll plug that a little bit.
Yep.
Command's Corner Facebook group, 6.6K beard dudes hanging out, talking, winning giveaways, getting discounts, each sponsorship, all sorts of stuff. If you're not a part of that, if you've never heard of it, Command's Corner Facebook group, I'm just going to go ahead and say I think it's the best group out there on Facebook.
I agree. I agree.
Not just about beards. Like,
I agree.
All of the groups.
You got to try it to believe it, too. And Double G, their viscosity is a straight up medium. Medium to the core. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Thank you, West Y. I said use code DANC10. You're supporting the channel as well as the company West Y. That's what it's all about right there. Okay. We're going to get to drawing this one here. We got over 100 people entered. That is beautiful. So if you see your name on the screen, you guys, please drop a comment. And once we see somebody claim their victory, then we will congratulate them and say that, hey, you won. Dan, since you're talking about adding products to your beard, what's your opinion about adding hair-building fibers to thin patches on the beard? Brian, I would need more specifics on that. It depends on what hair-building fibers you are talking about. Yeah, hair building fibers. Yeah, you got to have some more specifics on that because there are several things out there. Some of them I don't know enough about, some I do. So if you have something specific, let me know what exactly you're talking about.
Yeah, I've never heard anything like that.
Yeah, there's some stuff's quack job stuff and fake as can be, but there are some things that are real estate. Like one thing that bugs me, and I'll be talking about this actually on this show in the near future, is people say like, I hate when people advertise growth oil. It's just a bunch of marketing and stuff. Some are. Yeah, you're right. Some is garbage. But there are actual clinical studies on different oils that do grow hair. It does wake up dormant hair follicles. It can create new hair. Does it work for everybody? No, but it gives you a chance. And other people say, you can't make hair grow faster. Yes, you can. You can do things like biotin. So I hate when people give general blanket statements like that when there are real things out there. Just because there's some bad apples, it shouldn't ruin everybody that's in the market.
And I think you could say that we know shockingly little about like things like hair growth. You know, the medical field is not
correct.
You know, pushing. There's not research, government-funded research on things like that, and especially facial hair.
Correct.
I mean,
and it's coming out, but it's guided by companies. For example, there are 0 studies in the history of the world on topical biotin and hair growth. We have it on internal, we have it on B7, the vitamin on the inside, but putting it on your face, putting it on your head, there are 0 studies. There's one going on right now that keeps getting delayed and pushed back and back and back and back because of COVID, but it's been put on by Redken, the hair company. So for this to happen, a company has to feel strong enough about the evidence that they can make money off of it. And so that's the only way it's guiding. Because, yeah, it's not medical. It's not government. It's got to be guided by companies. So proven. Yes, Nick, 100% did a video on it. There is literally several oils that are proven to grow hair. Several of them beat minoxidil in studies with men from India, specifically, was the source, and also mice. So yes, when I say the word proven, I do not say that lightly. And so true, Dan, it's called research. Exactly. If you guys want to look up a video on it, most of you have seen it, but it's the video, if you just look up Dancy Bearded Beard Patch, you'll find that video, and I give the peer-reviewed journals on there. So check those ones out. It's an amazing, amazing read. And yeah, so people, ABB is just being funny here, but people say, oh, it's snake oil and stuff. Some of them are. Some are garbage, but there are some really legit ones. It's just, we have a human tendency to repeat things and want to be the person to deliver news, even though it's just something you simply heard. It sounds right. It must be right. I'm going to repeat it and keep saying it. A good example would be, oh, don't wash a beard every day. You'll kill your beard. It's not true. It's just simply not true. If you wash it with the wrong stuff, you'll kill your beard, of course. But it's just not a true statement. But somebody heard it, somebody repeated it, somebody else repeated it, and it's just human nature. Yeah, it really is. Yep, it's proven. As with anything, results aren't promised for everybody, but they do work. Exactly. Yep, absolutely. Hey, you're welcome, Ross. We got Santa in the building. Super cool. All right. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. And that is something I take serious. And I know the mayor does too. And you have education background and you teach. If you say something is proven, you got to have stuff to back it up, right? You don't just say, I had a conversation with a guy the other day and he was like, you're factually wrong. I said, hey, I'm not married to my ideas. I would love to hear what you have to say. Just, you have to prove it to me. And they couldn't give anything. Just kept repeating, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And I said, well, that's the argument of someone that doesn't have anything to back it up. Got to have something to back it up, which is,
especially nowadays with
right.
You know, how much has the world changed where we used to learn how find a book, to learn about something, you would go to the library, you'd have to use the card catalog and pull out a card. And did you have that when you were in school?
Yeah, yep.
They still had that.
You had to like stamp
long,
it.
Drawers.
Yeah, yep.
And you go, blah, 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 and you go through. It was such a process to learn something, and you might find what you need in there, and you might not. Nowadays, how far away is information?
Right, a click.
Yeah.
Yep, a click. You got to go to the right sources. You got to know what you're doing. When I talk about proven, it's not a simple Google search, but you got to do the right things that are out there. Chris, all the above. Juggernaut, Beard Octane, Copper Johns, Alley Cat, all those legitimately have amazing, amazing options when it comes to those. So yes. And okay, awesome. Might a thin layer, go thick and wash it off in a bit. Go with what you would normally do when we're talking about applying oil. You don't need to wash it off. You don't need to go like real thick with it. Just go with what you would normally do. And exactly, Brad washes his beard every day, and it's still healthy. We could go. I mean, there's a million things that are out there that people just repeat, and it's just not true. What is it called? The Mandela effect, right? People say these things, and then it like blows your mind when you go research, and you're like, wait, that never happened? But everybody unanimously believes it happened because something was out there.
Like Bill Nye was arrested.
Right.
You know, that's a big one I get as a science teacher.
Yeah, or like the idea of like every night the average human swallows like 6 spiders. No, they don't. That is wrong. That's just something that has been said. It is just not true. So yes. Speedo the Guido, how long after coffee? 1 hour before and after. And when you're doing biotin, right, biotin and caffeine cancel each other out. The body can't take both. Caffeine wins that battle. So you want to wait an hour before and after caffeine to do that, and adjust accordingly. Yep, adjust accordingly where you're at. Can I take the beard gummies with multivitamins? Yes, I do every single day. Multivitamin is good for overall health. The beard stuff is more targeted. So yes. You'll think you're right, you change your view, and you still think you're right. Be prepared for change. Yep, exactly. I firmly believe that I'm never married to my ideas. I made a video, several actually, where I titled, I was wrong. If I have evidence to prove otherwise, that's silly ego to try to hold on to it and argue just because you think it's correct. There's a X-Files episode of the Mandela Effect, so good. Yeah, there's another, what's the biggest Mandela Effect example? There's one like massive
Some celebrity deaths.
Yeah.
Wasn't it one of the celebrity deaths?
So I know one of them is, who's the voice? Samuel L. Jackson. Like, everybody thinks he died. But there's, hit me with some examples out there of what the Mandela Effect is. Mandela Effect is awesome. Is it Fruit Loops or Fruit Loop? Wait, what? Oh, Fruit Loops? Oh, I would assume fruit, like the food fruit.
I always thought the one with 2 O's was like $1 cheaper.
Right, right.
But I don't know. Maybe it is.
I did learn from Johnny Grooms. There's two. Raisin Bran is not a brand of cereal, like it's a type of cereal. Mm-hmm. Several brands, Post and Kellogg's, or Post and whoever, have Raisin Bran. So
2 scoops of raisins.
Yeah, yep.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran, 2 scoops.
And oh, that's what it is. That's the one. Monopoly had a monocle. Yes, that's the biggest example. Is like when you picture the Monopoly guy, everybody pictures a monocle. No, it doesn't. But we all unanimously are like, oh yeah, of course. And it is. Yeah, it's just bad.
I'm thinking of Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, right. Shaq is a genie. No, that's real. There's no way you could tell me Shaq wasn't a genie in Alakazam. Wasn't he a genie? Movie Alakazam?
No, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't really watch it or follow the plot.
And Sam is right. This is where it came from. Was that Nelson Mandela died in prison in South Africa? That's where this whole idea came from. If you ask your parents, most people that are older than us believe that he died in prison. And it's just not true. Yep.
You know, after Shaq Fu, his album, did you ever listen to that?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see Shazam. Was it Shazam?
Shazam?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't follow. I dropped his career after Shaq Fu. I'm sure many of you did.
Also follow up on the hair building fibers. From what I've seen on other YouTube videos, it's an aerosol spray product that color matches the natural color. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so not actual. You're not talking about hair growth or hair health. Yeah, I have seen those where it's like a spray on. It's a spray on beard or a spray on head hair. Essentially, it's just like paint. Essentially, it's like the fibers grab onto the other hairs and make it look dense and full. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. There's no way. So also depends on what you eat, for sure. There's so many factors and different things, but I don't even know how I got on this one.
I don't know. We have a slide for questions today.
We do,
but these are great.
This is fun. When it hits, you just roll with it. All right, so let's go ahead and see who we have potentially for a giveaway winner. If you see your name on the screen, finally, just leave a comment, and once we see you, we will congratulate you, and it will be your victory. So, do we have in the building today Scott Johnson? Are you out there? Please let us know, Scott, and drop a comment. We'll highlight it, and you will get this win. It's Shazam. Yeah, I said Shazam. Kazam, I think, is a different movie, but yeah, Shaq one is Shazam.
Did you see Shazam?
Yeah. I was a kid when that came out. Yep. Yep, that was awesome.
I think I was teaching.
Were you?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember his diss album against Kobe when they were still on the Lakers together. His rap album.
He had a diss about.
He wrote a diss about Kobe. Kobe, how's my butt taste? Was one of his hit songs.
Seems about. I do not regret giving up after Shaq Fu.
Yeah. Yep. He
not his strong suit. Stick to what are the commercials he's doing now? Like the Icy Hot.
Kazam. Now I'm all messed up. I thought it was Shazam. All right, they're telling me it's Kazam. All right, I believe you. I believe you. All right, yeah, the Lakers didn't even make the playoffs this year, which is absurd. Shaq is a DJ now, too, as he should be. All right, Scott Johnson, are you out there? All right, so Shaq was in Kazam, okay. Was Shazam, was that Sinbad? Was that a different movie? Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see here. All right. There is also not a town called Up North. Yes, there is. If you're in Michigan, anything above Grand Rapids is up north. It's all one big town.
Unless you're on this side, say it's over past the Zilwaukee. That's what. No.
Oh, Zilwaukee. Okay.
Yeah.
I hate the argument when people say it's over the Mackinac, like up north.
Oh,
No. It's a different world.
Good gravy.
All right. Has anybody seen Scott Johnson's answer in the chat? If not, we got to do a re-roll and get to the next one. He probably left after all our Mandela effect, but that's okay. I still love you, Scott. Still love you, man. All right. 3, 2, 1. And oh no, let's see. Luis here, he says, Dan, new to the channel. Awesome, man. Starting my own journey, get a nice looking beard. My beard is about 1.5 inches long, so I have lots to learn. You're in the right place, man. Welcome. Thanks for leaving the comment. Thanks for joining us. And let's see what we got. Where are you from? Up north? Yeah, right. Comstock Park. I was born in Grand Rapids, so I know Comstock Park really well. I know the actual hill at Comstock Park. We used to go sledding down there. All right, let's go ahead and see who our next winner is. And yeah, guys, if you can welcome anybody that's new here, that would be awesome. Okay. Next one, if you see your name on here, please leave a comment. I believe I know who this is.
He's a drummer, and he's a Muppet.
Yeah, and I think he has that as the picture. All right, do we have the animal in the chat? Drop a comment, and we got you guys. You're handling these like a beast.
The cherry with the meat steaks are amazing.
They're hitting just right.
Yeah,
just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not speaking out of pocket here. I'm usually a little bit better with heat than you, and I'm not so far. Hey, Animal Tracks is in the building. Throw a congrats, you guys, for Animal Tracks in the building. Animal, obviously, it goes to the email that you signed up with. So just keep a track on that one. It might not be till early next week, so just a little patience, and we got you covered.
You know what instrument Animal plays, right?
Drums?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically my 13-year-old son.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a little more talented.
Yeah, he is 13 now, man. Too. I
know.
That's crazy.
The teenager.
That's crazy. I'm teaching about the Inca right now, and the coming of age ceremony for the Inca is when they were younger, they were given a llama as a pet that they had to raise, they had to name it, they had to feed it, they had to take care of it. No. Then when they were 13 years old, they had to kill it with a club. As a coming of age, they had to roast it, and then they had to give it to the sun god. They weren't even allowed to eat it or keep the meat. So they had to sacrifice it to the sun god.
Their lifelong pet.
Yep. Their lifelong pet that they raised, they took care of. Welcome to manhood at 13 years old.
Back in very simple times, that lesson of survival, that lesson of no matter how close something is to you, you have to make the big decision. Not a bad idea. Sounds horrific from our perspective now,
right?
But it made some sense back then.
Oh yeah, I'm teaching about the ancient Americas right now, the Inca, the Aztec, the Mayan. Oh my, this stuff rocks their world. Talk about the Inca, they have to take an intelligence test as a young child, and it determines the rest of their life. They do well, they go to school, get a great job, a great future. If not, they start working in the gold mines right away as a young kid. So I tell them, I'm like, hey, you guys got it made. These kids had some crazy stuff. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I have 2 cats, Luna and Lumen.
I have a dog named Max.
There you go. All right, let's pop back here. We got a lot of Michiganders and parents born and stuff around there. Very cool. All right, let's see who we got next for some advice.
This is Russ. I'm at a crossroads as to what I want out of my mustache. I keep trimming with no real direction. Maybe I have no real goal or too many goals. Then he emailed us back and he said, I made the decision to sweep it off the lip, but then turn it down. Maybe that's lazy walrus, not sure, but I believe it needs to be longer, and I'm trim corrected for that style, so I'm sticking with it for now. So we added this one in because he followed up and said, hey, maybe you don't need to put me on.
Followed up with a follow-up of a follow-up.
Oh, he did?
Several.
So you're aware of the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Follow.
The follow. He essentially, I think, was just living through us, communicating, kind of trying to find his goals.
Sometimes putting things in words, as you think, or how do you articulate it?
Yep.
Get your head around.
And essentially, Russ, who's been on the show several times, one of the most immaculate styles we've ever seen. He was looking for advice, thought about something, and then said, you know what? Nope, I'm going with it. What do you guys think on the show? And then we can go from there. Whiskey and Hardtack has some of the greatest products in the entire world. Their butter is amazing. Amazing. Hey, what's up, Nate? All right, so let's go and take a look at what he is doing and then kind of what his inspiration was. So this, again, if you guys remember, we had Russ all the way back from a little baby beard, wrap into the face, to this current, again, immaculate's the word that comes to mind. And just dialed in, but he's like, I don't know what to do with the mustache now. And essentially he said, I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going from here. And this was kind of an inspiration. This is, again, amazing color and style and shape. Absolutely amazing. So what do you think about his choice to settle with the mustache that he is looking for right there?
Personally, I think excellent idea. The guy, his example has a bigger beard style, but he scaled it proportionally, and I think it looks excellent. Great decision.
Yep, and to be clear, guys, the last picture is his goal picture. The other two are his. I agree. I do believe this is what we would have suggested for this style of beard. I don't think a handlebar would have fit him. I don't think really separating it would have really fit him as well. It is awesome. And Russ, we're glad that you kind of came up with that on your own, stuck to it, and then still followed through with the show. So great style, great beard.
I was watching your it was an Aberlight video whenever that came out, like a year and a half ago or so. Your mustache was insanity. It was like hitting the mic. It was that, we're like, it looked like, I don't know what it looked like.
I had a period where my mustache was just huge.
Insanity.
Yeah. And I don't even remember it being insane. Looking back, it's wild to go back and be like, how did I anything with that mustache? So,
as the kids say, sheesh. It was a
right.
Sheesh.
And it was one of those times I kind of had to grow past it to come back to now appreciate, what it was. So, yes.
Was that during the mullet time as well?
I think so.
Yeah, it was all one big experiment.
I showed the kids my mullet today, or yesterday.
Oh.
So, in my advisory class, because I made a poem about one of my kids' mullets, because I loved it so much, and I was like, did you know I had a mullet? And they were flabbergasted. Sergio said, growing beard for the first time, going for the year, 2 months in. Hey, man, you got it. If you need any help, you know where you can find it.
Kind of a cool thing with what we do is that you can jump and find a video on YouTube like that and say, here's what I look like. Not everybody can do that.
Yep.
This is Michael F. He says, I want to focus on the mustache, but any advice on the beard is welcome. I've always had rather weak mustache. I used to style it straight down and keep it short. Now I like to let it grow longer and style it to the sides. It never looks great, so I'm looking for any advice on improving the look. Thanks.
Thank you, Michael. There's funny comments there. How far is Toledo? Just over an hour, maybe an hour and 20, hour and 30. We go to the zoo several times a year there. We love the Toledo Zoo. And he said, I'm convinced Dan's mullet was his midlife crisis, so he should be good. Hey, I sincerely love the mullet. Even showing the picture today, I was like, that's a bad man right there. That dude looks good. So I loved my mullet. No midlife crisis here. It was a quarantine mullet. I was like, why not? Let's do it. All right. I want to focus on the mustache. Okay, but any advice that is needed. All right, let's see what we got here for Michael. All right, classic Michael here. Michael's been on the show, I think probably breaking the record, but we're always happy to help.
Absolutely.
Michael's supportive, so what you got, man?
This is a very typical thing. What Michael is kind of battling with is that it's not so much the thickness or the amount of hair as far as the color. He's got a very, almost a strawberry blonde kind of coloration for the mustache. I think the only way you're going to darken that is just let the length grow, let the length go. It gives it a little more density over time. You're not wrong, but your look is fantastic despite any kind of self-concern that you have. I think it's in your head more than anything.
I agree. That's all I got.
Yep.
Fantastic advice, man.
All right, this is Joseph S. I wanted to extend a discussion on growing a beard with scarring. I have a rather large scar on my cheek and one around my lip mustache area. It causes odd growth patterns. It grows around the scar, but not on the scar. I've attached pictures. The side of the bald spot doesn't have scarring. I've tried the derma roller on that area and all over the beard stash area. I'm seeing small improvements, but it's very small. I think that by the end of the year, it will be much better. Y'all can see from the goal that I'm going for a longish, suitable professional, if you will, beard. I'm 23, so I know I'm blessed to have what I have, but I want more. Do I just keep doing what I'm doing until it grows in? Do I leave the soul patch? Do I leave the soul patch or get rid of it? Where do I go from here?
Awesome. Love this one. It's not something that we see super commonly, and I love just that Joey's like, hey man, let's go and talk about it. Super active member of our Facebook group too, so we always appreciate that. All right, Joey. All right, and we picked 2 pictures here to really showcase this scar that he's talking about. So he's got this scar by his mouth, and essentially what he said is the hair does not grow on the scar, but it grows around it. All right, it goes not on it, but around it. So let's take his question specifically now. Do I keep doing what I'm doing until it grows in? Do I leave the soul patch or get rid of it? Or where do we go from here? So one question to address right away is get rid of the soul patch or leave it. That one's an absolute no-brainer. You leave the soul patch. I cannot think of any reason, any situation why you'd get rid of the soul patch. And if you did, it's something you're going to have constant maintenance with and continue to shave and get rid of that. Just keep going, man. Just absolutely keep going. Keep growing over the top of it. There are things you can do, just like Rob said right here. Stimulate that skin, often with a comb or brush. Wash and brush too. Absolutely. I'd said it before, but the derma roller and minoxidil for beards was actually, it came about because of research on healing scars. The derma roller was created by a tattoo machine. In the study, they say tattoo gun, but I know it's outdated. But a tattoo machine to pierce the skin repeatedly to try and wake up some dormant hair follicles in there. So Joey, man, try all the healthy things you can. Really get in there with a comb, get in there with wash. Try things like ostrich oil. You can try CBD oil. You can try black seed oil, castor oil. There's a lot of stuff that's been proven to at least give it a chance to bring those hairs back. But regardless, let's say worst case scenario, that hair never grows again. You've got great hair over the top that's gonna lay over it, right, cover it, and genuinely, nobody's gonna notice unless you point it out.
Yeah, so interesting. Just a quick question for you. So you can get hair to grow out of a scar.
You can.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's not guaranteed, but it is possible.
Okay, I didn't actually know that. What's your advice, Dan, on the underneath the bottom lip area, the little this is it's a trouble spot for everybody.
Yep.
But the worst thing you can do is get rid of it because, like you said, the maintenance. But
I was actually going to kick that one to you, but you had your mouth full, so I was I'll just roll with it. Yeah.
Look out for that. Yeah, I'm always eating some.
Because the mayor always talks about that. Mm-hmm. Like, Joey, know that when you're thinking about your soul patch, you're not alone. The mayor went through that. Many people go through that, and the mayor always kind of focuses some advice on leaving that alone, letting it grow out.
Well, it was really like a level up for me when I finally just decided I'm not going to mess with it, let it get longer, and then it just kind of comes down, and it really completes that, like, full beard look. You know, you're very young, so it may take a little bit longer for you, but I think that's reasonable. He didn't say if he was using any kind of heat or anything like that. Would you assume yes?
It's tough. It does look like he is. Yeah, it does. Otherwise, he has real naturally straight hair.
Yeah, so if you are using heat, whether it's a blow dryer or a heated Aberlite or whatever, you might want to consider a little bit less. A little bit. Your hair seems very straight, and sometimes less is more as far as trying to create a full look, especially if you're looking at the scar area. Something to consider. Letting that hair be a little bit more curly, if that's something. But great beard. You are,
he uses heat.
Yep. You're killing it. We're looking at little tweaks, you know. And I think your advice on the scar is good.
And I love all the comments, you guys. Cameron says, dude, the beard scar combo's killer. And a lot of people are saying it adds character. Rob said, chicks dig scars. Make up an awesome story about fighting off a time-traveling pirate zombie, living your best life. Yeah, absolutely. And scars are cool stories. I agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah, and Thomas, you're right, man. If you guys don't mind, if you have not already, hit that thumbs up. It does help out the channel. It's not just talk. It really, really does. It will get better. He's 23, right. And that's a great point as well. As you go through life, you're going to have more and more of a chance for those hairs to wake up. Like I said, even if it doesn't, dude, it's downright cool, to be honest. So, looking great, man. Thanks for sending it in, Joy.
I would just want one more thing. Just something to consider is you might want to take a little bit of length off the very, very front. You almost have it. You have it so long in that front. You've done such a good job. You could like proportionally come back a little bit off that, you know, just for a look if you wanted to. Not necessarily something you have to do, but it isn't always about just not trimming. Sometimes if you want to complete a look or as you're waiting for the rest of your beard to fill in, you can do that.
Yeah, great advice. Okay. So we got a solid amount of time. We don't have the most time in the world, but if you guys have something that you've really been wondering, something that you're like, hey, I don't get to chat about beards much with the mayor. I got a question specifically for the mayor about his journey and what he went through, and I see something similar, ask him. If it's a general question, if it's a specific one for me, drop that in the chat too, and we'll be able to go through and get these answers out there for you guys. If it gets to a point where we got to move on, we do apologize. We're not going to cut anybody off on purpose or ignore anything. But sometimes we just got to get back to there. Our goal is to end at about 10:30 tonight. For you guys planning, we will have another giveaway from Westwide. So if you guys are like sleepy and just holding on, maybe that giveaway holds you on a little bit longer as it goes through. So
maybe it's just our great personalities. Whatever it takes.
Right. Okay, so Joey goes to a barber and said it wasn't as good as the last one. So that makes sense. That makes sense on the shape. Yeah, it looks great, man. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to like run to the barber and say, hey, even this up. Yeah, you're doing awesome, dude. Especially because that is one thing that's interesting when if you go to a barber, you're kind of regimented. You're kind of into your next trip. Whereas for me, if I notice tomorrow, like, oh, I don't like this, I can do something there. I can, make a little difference as it goes through. Okay. Oh, I like that, Todd. Scars remind you that the past was real. It sounds like a rap lyric, for sure. All right, I have some beard conditioner that has thickened up. Any way I can fix this or just toss it? If it's thickened up, it's probably on its way to going bad, so it's probably time to toss it. When you're dealing with water-based products, you don't want to mess with them yourself. Don't add water to it. Don't add oil to it. Once you start doing that, you can start dealing with mold. You can start messing with the chemical composition of it. Oils, butters, have some fun. Go crazy. But I don't mess with water-based products, even me. When are some new carrier oils? Man, Austin, I just did one. No, they'll be coming. Those are constant, slow trickle. As you guys know, the views are just atrocious on those. I don't do stuff for views. But it is tough when the hardest videos, the most hours go into them, and it gets the least amount of traction. It does hurt the heart a little bit, but those will never end. I love them. I have my next oil picked out. I just haven't started fully doing the research yet. So they will go through. In the nearest future. Should I always use thick oils on my gray beard? No. So I don't recommend anybody uses the same viscosity ever. I do believe that there's a lot of value in a healthy rotation. Joe, if you want to message me, I can send you a link to my beard plateau video. If you actually just search beard plateau, you'll find my video first. And it gives you the benefits of using different oils. Because if you use a thick oil at all times, you're just essentially coating the hairs in the skin. You get a little bit of penetration. But then let's say you go with something like a beard octane. You're going to go into several layers of skin. And that's going to be waking up some health. It's going to be doing some things that your beard doesn't get to see. So I do recommend a healthy rotation.
Hey, Corbin. I think Corbin is Totodile. He's one of my students.
Oh, awesome.
Not many people are going to drop the Totodile name.
Very cool. My beard is super curly and out of control after the shower. Not much better with a blow dryer. Almost too straight with a heated brush. Any advice? Kyle, practice. Try new techniques. Change every variable that you possibly can. If it's not getting better with the blow dryer, you didn't do it long enough. You didn't do it hot enough. You didn't hold the tension enough. One phase that I went through is when I was combing my beard with a blow dryer, I was going too fast with the comb, right? The equation is heat plus tension equals direction. Heat alone is not enough. And with the heated brush, same thing, but in the opposite. Go with less time. Go with a lower temperature. So it truly is going to be about stepping outside your comfort zone, trying different things that you don't think will work, If you're using a heated brush, go in different directions. Don't just go in the same direction. You can dial that in. If the heated brush is too much and the blow dryer is not enough, I promise you can find that middle ground. Absolutely. Is it worse to overwash your beard or not wash enough? It is worse to overwash your beard. And the way you do that is by using too stripping of a product too often. So yes, when is washing too much? When you use too stripping of a product too often. If you get a good, gentle daily wash, you can do it daily and be fine. But if you're using a bar soap on your beard every day, you are going to do damage eventually. So
yeah, anything with your beard. I was doing a heated brush video. Learn your beard, learn how it feels, because when you're overwashing and it's not responding to, or you don't feel the oil like you would, you're putting too much conditioner on. There's always layers to that. It's all about the years of having a beard and getting used to it.
For sure.
And hydrating.
What oils make up medium variety? So many. Argan oil, sweet almond oil are probably the two most common in that medium viscosity range there, but it's also a balance. You can balance a meadow foam seed oil with a rosehip oil. Now you have a medium blend. So it all comes down to the ratios and how you mix them. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I love your channel. If I use face wash, do I need beard wash? Do not use face wash on your facial hair. I actually have a video on that. If Doug is still in here, or Jeff, if you guys could look up like DNC bearded face wash, it should pop up. Essentially, face wash is for the areas where there is not hair. Where you have hair, you need to use a beard wash for your full potential.
The only time I do have from Artie's, I use their face wash. They have a separate product, and I will get it just to the top of my beard. So I think for the way I sweat, the way I apply oil, sometimes I get like breakouts right there. So I'm mindful of that, but it definitely is two different products, two different steps.
Well, where you're pointing is where you trim.
Right here.
Yeah. You trim that, though.
No, but I'm saying this is before that.
Oh, okay.
I only did that like a couple times.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah. Don't, general rule of thumb, do not use face wash on the actual hair. If it's in a spot that you maintain and you trim or you shave, absolutely. But on the hair, I'm not kidding you.
Fair
Most
point.
face wash has it's the certain acid in there. I'm blanking on the first. Yeah, silic acid. That will kill your hair. A lot of guys, and this is look at me carefully here. A lot of guys accelerate their hairline loss and their balding because of that acid that is with face wash. When they wash their face, they go up into their hairline. And you wonder why your hairline is receding. That acid is eating your hair. It's great for clearing out pores, but it literally destroys keratin. So, and your beard is much more susceptible than your head hair to that, so you don't want to do that. Shout out to Sam, Mr. Wamba there.
Hey, hi, Sam. Thank you for your son. It's like a kid attack.
Yeah, right.
It's like 3 of them. Hey, guys.
All right. I am growing my beard for the first time, almost 4.5 months in, and have a big problem. I'm seeing my mustache still won't connect. Is the answer keep growing until it touches?
I would say that's our really only option. You're not going to trim back and have it come back in any better. Worst case scenario, connectors can be longer hairs from a higher up position that you can kind of style into like a connection.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys suggest for dealing with my problem areas? My problem areas seem to be right below the lip. Seems to be more coarse and dry than the other hairs. That's just going to happen, right? My mustache has a different texture than my beard. Just continue to do all the healthy habits. Exfoliate, wash, use good quality products. You're not going to do anything different because the texture is differently there. Just try to be as healthy as you can. Whiskey and Hardtack is a medium thick viscosity. Do you still recommend beard jelly? No, I do not. Austin, if you go back and listen to that video carefully, I only very, very specifically recommend it in situations like at night when you need like a boost. I don't like beard jelly. No matter how little, and I said this in the video, it's like a 3-year-old video. No matter how little I used, it left my beard greasy. No matter what. People are like, you're using too much. I would use a pea size and it still did. So no, I do not recommend beard jelly. How long does it take once you start to use heat for your beard to start to straighten out? Immediately.
Yeah.
If you do it correctly, that first time your beard will straighten. Yep. And if you're not, you're just not using it hot enough or long enough.
Right. That's an immediate stat. Like basically, it straightens immediately, and it basically starts going back to curly immediately too. So heated brush every 2 to 3 days.
It is a reset, and I use heat every single day. So if I style my beard like this today, the second I go in water, like a shower, it's back like it never was touched with heat. It's not a training thing. It's a daily thing. I do need to practice more. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. If you practice, I promise you'll get it. Take care, Chad. Face wash versus yeah, got you, Ant. I know we saw that one there. I'm going for a 2nd year beard. Should I trim it or just let it grow? Your call, Nicholas.
Send in.
Yeah, send into the show, right? It's personal preference, but if you want to get our thought on it, send it and we got you. What do you recommend for a gentle wash? Oh man, so many. Our top gentle washes are probably LCW from Beard Octane, who's actually the current sponsor of our Facebook group. And then the Solid Beard Wash Bar from Whiskey and Hardtack. That one is absolutely amazing as well. All right. But can you use beard wash on your face? Yes, absolutely you can. Yep, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not going to hurt your face. It might not be strong enough for some people. That's the only issue, is that a face wash is more acidic than a beard wash. So if you need that acidic level, beard wash just might not be enough. All right. Hey, Shade, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, last question, then we'll pop back here. Okay. Is beard jelly like goopy? Yeah, it's like almost like you mixed oil and balm together and like made it really oily. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I know some people like it. It's like a all-in-one product for them, but it's just too greasy for me. Just too greasy for me. All right, guys. Moving on here. Oh yeah, we got a long one on this one.
All right, this is Troy G, part 1. I'd like your help and guidance with the potential improvements to my routine. Background: I'm 22 years old from the UK, and I've never shaved off my facial hair. I get trims around every 6 months, which focus on the flyaways. For the first 3 years of growth, I did not use any products. However, the past 3 years, I have been putting lessons into practice. I do not use heat in my routine. I feel that due to not looking after my facial hair in the initial growth period, that my old soldiers are somehow affected. Plenty of water throughout the day. Multivitamins include biotin. In the morning, I rinse in the sink with cold water. Pat towel dry. Comb from the roots, oil comb, wait 5 minutes, balm if I want it pointy. Afternoon, shower, shampoo, and conditioner every 2 to 3 days. Pat dry with towel, comb from the roots, oil comb, wait 5 minutes, beard butter. My goals are that I want to grow a fuller and longer beard. I'd also like to not get any breakage, as I feel this is affecting my goal. I constantly get comments that my beard is not full, and although I don't listen to that at all, I personally do not want to have any more volume.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah. My main goal is to have a beard which is long and defined because I have quite a rounded head. Problem I have is occurrences of breakage during my routine and have started recognizing some of the split ends. As seen in the picture, some short and longer hairs with no white bulb. I feel that my routine is causing this somehow, but I am very unsure on what changes I can make. Okay.
And if I remember correctly, for some reason, when we do this, some pictures show up sideways, and there's like nothing we can do about there. Hey, Beard Octane. But I believe that we would, I think that this one is sideways. Okay. So guys, bear with us. Turn your phones to the side. For whatever reason, this one just wouldn't play ball. It would be good, and I kept going back. So over here, we have Troy. This is when he had a beard trim. This was a while ago. Then this is his current beard that has that kind of pointy type shape that we have to it. And he's saying, I get breakage, I get split ends. And I'm just gonna start off with some advice. Troy, I like this beard much better than the current look. I would love for you to trim back to this style, at least for right now. I know you said you have like a rounded head, you were looking for something more pointy. I absolutely love this look. This is kind of like a European haircut where you kind of go back on this, the line back here. I freaking love that as well. That's going to be my ultimate advice, is this look seems very well put together, very purposeful, very polished. I'm a big fan of the prior one. And if it is breakage, there's something that's going on that's causing that, internally or externally. So something to consider there. But man, I freaking think this is a different human. It looks fantastic. And this style is real unique. If you're going for unique, that's awesome. That's got a lot of character to it. But I think let's trim back a little bit and kind of go back to this style here.
I agree with Dan completely. You obviously have an excellent attention to detail in your routine. I think that with that shorter style, you're just gonna get that thicker and thicker and,
Yeah.
and better look. Just with a little bit, less of that. I think guys sometimes assume that like if they decide they have a certain head shape that they have to do like an offset or whatever to throw it off. I don't think that's the case necessarily, and especially in this one, like as we look at that side, that's like just a dynamite look.
It is.
I think that's where your best interest is.
Yep, absolutely. And leaving the transparency is never answer. Absolutely. I have guys that'll say, well, I just got to let it grow. Once you get transparency, that under stuff cannot catch up. It's growing slower for a reason, so it's never going to catch up. So I would love to see you go back to that style. Then let's see what happens down the road. If you want to pursue growing it, maybe the other hairs. You look very young. I don't know if he gave his age in there.
It was like early 20s, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say early, mid-20s. So you got time. I would say let's trim it back. Let's go to that old style and absolutely kill it. And I even encourage that old haircut. I'm digging this look right here. So cool, Troy. But your routine sounded on point. I was reading it as the mayor was reading out loud. Everything you're doing seems like you pay attention and you're doing really well. And the mayor, I could see this too. Doug says I could see him with a shaved head. I could see you going for that as well. I think that would look really good, especially with this shorter beard. Nice, man. Let us know what you do. Let us know what you come up with. We would love to see like a before and after shot.
All right, this is Glenn J. I've noticed this swoop or dip starting to show up under my chin. I blow dry up and cold shot back down. I also have lines on the sides of my jaw. I attempt to comb and brush straight down, but they still show up. I can get these out. Mostly, but the front I struggle to get out. I have noticed if I comb or brush up, the dip gets worse. I know my underbeard is much shorter, and as I have shaved my neck for too long, oops. Is this front dip due to the lack of neck hair length?
Okay.
Should I trim back to match the end of my underbeard, or keep letting it grow? If I let it keep growing, at what point should I start training the neck hairs to grow down? Is it possibly an awkward phase, as this issue has shown up in the last 2 to 3 weeks? The pics of my beard is much straighter than I like it, but after blow drying, I touched it up with a heated brush. The ends like to curl up and make it dip even worse. My goal is to be as long and healthy as possible. Thanks again for your advice with my issues, and any other tips you may have are welcome. Mayor, I am not opposed to cutting my head hair if you suggest that. Bald and bearded.
All right. And I believe this is our last one, guys. We got a giveaway after this one, so thank you for hanging with us. It looks like we'll be out exactly on plan. You guys are absolutely amazing. It's like when you teach, you come up with a lesson plan that's new, you really don't know how long it's going to take, then you like nail it. Like that's the absolute best. All right, Glenn, so let's see what we got here. His main question is about this this dip on the front. And essentially he just wants advice on that dip there. So awesome, Glenn. Thank you for sending in, man. And again, he wants general advice. And so I love this because he said, hey, is it because my hair is short under here as compared to the longer? And I believe he's talking about this dip kind of riding the jawline right now. Glenn, it 100% is not because of these hairs underneath here. It is 100% just something that's going on with your styling, something that you are doing or not doing. You have more than enough hair up here to be able to go and mold it into whatever style you would like. So it looks like you are likely going in on that chin or not doing enough of a blowout beard to get it away. So still practice, still dial it in, and really start messing with the direction of the heat, the direction that you're bringing your tension. You can get that mapped out. Unfortunately, there's no like perfect way. I could say use a round brush and a blow dryer. That'll probably do it, but you can also do it with a blow dryer underneath in the blowout. That would do it. So you got a lot of options there. The next thing I would say is I would love to see a little trim with this style. You kind of got like a line going down to the point and a line going out here. I would love for you to start on the corner, do a nice little rounded line. I'll have a video coming in 1 week where I did that exact trim today. So just a little bit rounding on the bottom. Profile's immaculate. And then, Mayor, the big question. You like the buzzed? Do you think you should razor? Where are we at with the head hair?
You know, it's easy for me to say. I've never had, like,
I haven't either.
Clean shaven. I don't know how much maintenance it is, but I think it would be a wonderful look in this situation. I think we go that way. It's already.
What do you guys think in chat? Bald and bearded, buzzed, grow it out? Let us know in the chat there so you guys get involved.
As far as what Dan was one point with all of his suggestions on the dealing with the dips and all that. When you're applying heat with that brush, what I want to see you do is, like Dan said, when he's talking about pay attention to the direction that you're applying the heat. I want to see you go forward. I want to see you go back, and then a very, very no pressure, no pushing against your skin. When you come down, I like to demonstrate it. I'll just hold the top and the bottom of the brush so that people can see I'm absolutely not doing anything but just bringing it through on that last seal, and that way you're not getting that dip. I think that will help a lot as applying it. When you first start applying it, you go front, you go back. Then you bring it down for the finishing touch. It should be a little bit better result.
Yeah, so he says, all right, and I'm gonna give slightly different. I said, so after blow drying, I touch up with the heated brush. So you have a beard now of full length, full body, full everything. I would only use that heated brush in specific areas. For me, in your beard, what I would suggest is only on the sideburns and only on the mustache. This area, I do not see any benefit to using a heated brush.
Too long.
It's too long.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too thick. It's too dense to use a heated brush there. You can get your styling with your blow dryer. There's no need here, but the heated brush will be forever. It's always in my bag. I literally brought it to Florida with me, the AberLite Pro. You can use it with this killer mustache with your sideburns, but in this area right here, there's absolutely no need for it. Really practice that blow dryer, dial that in. Because that little bit of that push, like the mayor said, if you do, you don't want any pressure on it because that's what's going to give that dip past the chin. That's why we always say, man, the heated brush is made. It's made for those beards still kind of wrapping to the face or short and going straight down because you don't have to worry about that chin pushing in. That's so good for it. Then beyond that, it becomes like a situational tool. For me, it's needed. Right? A lot of people go real short on their sideburns because they don't like it flaring out and going crazy. I don't like to go short, but I have to dial it in, and I can't really do it with a blow dryer, so that heated brush is needed. So try not touching the beard with the heated brush after the blow dryer. Just save it for the other areas. And then sometimes I will hit the heated brush on the soul patch if that's needed to kind of straighten those guys out a little bit. But the chat's saying bald and bearded, bald and bearded,
Yep.
bald and bearded. All right, shave the head. Okay, all right. So yeah, we got a lot of people, Glenn, giving the advice for bald and bearded. So yeah, I struggle with that. I think it looks great right now. But then if I saw your picture with a bald and bearded, I probably would have thought the same, So yeah, I don't know why. I can picture goals of beards down the road and all that, but I just struggle with the head hair stuff, and it's just never really been a priority of mine. But I learned through you guys. I learned through the mayor. That's the cool thing is being able to go through. And hey, Stephanie's in there. Hey, a beautiful human right there. I love the color too, especially this underbeard. Look at that. That is so cool. And Glenn, I bet this underbeard is still growing in. I wonder if you had touched up the neckline along the way. It's just going to get better.
So.
Oh man, it's just going to get better and better and better and better as you go through. So, yep, that advice would be stop using the heated brush there. And it's not even that much of a dip, man. It's not like anything on the side you can't even see. It's just on the front there a little bit, just a little bit. All right, what's up, Ed? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping in. All right, cool. Thank you for sending in, Glenn. And if I remember correctly, boom, baby! We got a second giveaway, you guys. And here's Glenn right here. We have this giveaway. It is a twinning combo from Westwide. Dan C10 is your always forever discount, 10% off. And you're trying out a company, helping the platform. And the winnings will ship out early next week, you guys. Keep that in mind. I'm going to put a link for the giveaways in the chat right now. So make sure you sign up with your name, sign up with your email address if you have not already. If you already entered, you're all set. And you get to pick any set you would like from them. And it can be an oil and balm or an oil and butter. And again, this is just to say thank you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the show. And also, hopefully you guys enjoy it. To be honest, I always feel conflicted when I'm like, thanks for supporting the show. But at the same time, we hope that you're getting value out of it. We hope you're getting entertainment, joy, and maybe help, right? Even if you didn't send in, maybe you got some advice that you can apply to yourself. So we hope it's a two-way street. We love support, but we want it coming back to you too. Like I said, I'm always conflicted with that. Okay. And hey, True North, thank you. So I can't get over how great this channel is for beard community. Thank you. That means a lot to us. It's not something we try to tote or put out there, but it really is. It's all about support. I wish you guys could hear our conversations about just how mind-blowing all this stuff is to us. It really is just absolutely crazy. Crazy how amazing all of this is. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. If you see your name on the screen, guys, if you like Eric Ray said, thanks for the giveaway. Awesome. If you see your name on the screen, you are the winner. All you got to do is drop a comment as quickly as you can to claim your victory. We did have one re-roll tonight already, so hopefully we don't have to do that again. So if you are here, Mr. Brad Johnson, are you in the building, Brad? Drop a comment, and if it is all wrapped up, and that is yours.
Is that a name you recognize?
Yeah, I know Brad, but I haven't seen him comment in a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see. Hey, thank you, Donald. Appreciate that. One of the OG members. It's cool. Tonight's the night of the renew for the original members. And that's one of the fun things about the membership is that can't be bought, right? Being one of the original ones. That can't be something that is duplicated. So super cool. Like I said, we're not going anywhere. You guys keep that up. You're going to have that original one for a long time. All right. TK, take care, man. TK. Yeah, Bradster, where you at, man? All right. Hopefully we don't have to do that reroll. Sometimes I like to check and see if they're in the chat. All right. We do have some Brads out there, but I don't know if it's the Brad.
The Brads or
right.
not.
So we're going to do a countdown, though, unfortunately. Hey, Ken, what's up, man? OGs can't be bought. I like that. That's a good line. Hope your school year is going well, Ken. Ours is crazy.
It is.
I broke up a girl fight yesterday.
I shouted down a fight.
Mine was a shout down too. I didn't physically break it up. So I had one too?
I got the voice.
Yep.
It was the first time this year I dropped it out on him.
Same. Yeah. It was.
And then everybody's like, whoop.
Yeah. No.
All the teachers were like,
It's that time. I literally broke up a girl fight by shouting. I had to break up a couple that were trying to practice what they were learning in health class. Lovely. If you know what I mean. And thought they were hiding behind a locker door. And man, it's getting crazy right now. Like, it's just absurd.
The wheels are falling off.
It really is, because they haven't been in school for the COVID years, so they're like trying to learn.
Get all the things done.
Yeah, like what? This is how. Oh man, so it's wild. It is a wild, wild world. All right, Brad, we got 3, 2, 1, and oh no, Brad. All right, that just means one of you gets the chance to win. Hopefully, we don't go on a bad streak. The re-rolls have been like very quiet and few and far between lately, but we had 2 tonight, but that's okay. All right, let's see if we have
who knew
this person. Oh no,
there's
yes.
your oh no.
Yep,
that's my best. Oh no.
All right, let's see if we have our next one in here. Do we have Bill Hess? Are you in the building, Bill Hess? All you got to do is leave a comment, and it's yours. That's it. That's so simple. You don't have to pay. You don't have to clap. You don't have to do anything. No handstands. Did you do a handstand?
Yeah, I was in gymnastics.
What?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Handstand. I never got like my back handspring. I kind of gave up on.
Crazy Jay. Best comb would be the Chicago carbon fiber combs. Hey, Bill is here. Everybody throw a congrats in the chat for Bill. Bill, you just got to check your email. It might be a week or so before you receive the email, but Wes Y is a man of character and discipline. He will be getting a hold of you to work out all the details. But best brush, tons of great companies have great brushes. Beard Octane, Bad Donkey Beard Care, so many of them. But I think most of us in the chat would unanimously agree that the carbon fiber combs from the Chicago combs.
Yeah, the 8, the 7, the 7 is the pick.
Yep.
Yeah, the killer.
I actually learned about Chicago combs from a gentleman in the chat right now, and I believe that's who you know, Mr. Crazy J, is Rob Acker. Rob Acker introduced me to them. I didn't want to believe him. I'll be honest. I put off Chicago combs longer than most people did, because I was like, I loved my oxhorn comb and my buffalo horn comb. I didn't want to believe it, and golly gee, it was right.
He was right.
It is the best. It is the best. So, yes. All right, I want... Oh, no. Got you, Rob. All right, you
That's
guys...
only for the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, right. That's an easy one. That's an easy one there. All right, beautifully on time, everybody. Couple minutes over, but hey, that's how the re-rolls go sometimes. Thank you guys for being here. We are so happy to be back in studio. We, of course, will need submissions for next week. If you want to, the email will always be in the video description. Just pop back to this video or any other Beard Advice Live ones and send a couple pictures of your beard. Tell us your problems, your goals, and we're going to help you out. If you have specific questions, that's usually the best way for us to help you out. Man, what else you got? What's on your mind?
Come on a Sunday night, get your week started right. 9 p.m. on this channel. I'll be there. We'll be in my studio. We'll be talking Beyond Bearded. We're going to be talking about all sorts of things related to beards, self-care, grooming, whatever you have. If you haven't tried it, check out the show. Every week it gets a little better. Every week I get a little better. I would love for you. I would be honored if you would join us.
If you guys enjoy this hangout, that's the same exact vibe you get. It's just the mayor by himself, having conversation with you guys. It's very interactive. I always learn something, and I hope you guys check it out. It's a really kind of like untapped gem of this channel that's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and you'll learn some really valuable things that can improve your life. So Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Beyond Bearded. Other than that, you guys know the deal. Got a review video dropping on Friday. And unfortunately, it's not a positive one, this one. It's not bad. I'm not trashing anybody like that. But it's not a product I recommend. So I know sometimes people like to watch those ones. So check that one out on Friday, guys. Not the most fun, but got to do it sometimes. So appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Reach out to either of us anytime you need anything. And of course, stay bearded, stay positive. See you on the next one, guys.